insert. I hate that.
What?
Let's see. What's this one? A Cessation of Thought, Helsing, by Chris Stork. Okay, cool. The night scorched on. Ceres's thoughts drifted out and merged with the hot air. The dust in the air, the scents that lingered, a hunt beginning. She moved unseen. The air caressed her skin. Claws of fire raked her eyes. It hurt. She wanted it to end. Thoughts of cold earth encasing her. No such reprieve on this summer night.
Are you doing this while I was in the bathroom?
Whenever I was on Hook.
Yeah.
So
God
not,
damn,
I didn't
you
get to
put me
read much.
Sleep, bro. So nice and soothing.
Aw, that's cute. I like that a lot.
That is adorable. If I found out my mother watched my streams, I'd kill myself. Not because I don't think my mom should watch the shit. I don't want her to hear the things I say about certain games I play. Like if I tell you that my daylight, I'd rather die. Like I hate when
Right.
Garrett's in stream and I'm like I'll have to be like, oh, I need to not say the things that I would say normally about the killer right now, or else I don't know if I can look my mom in the eye.
She breathed, unneeded, but the heat had taken away what little conscious impulses she still had. The vampire trudged onward. The only hope of this pain ending was the death of those already dead. 4 horrors that killed and drank of the living stalked this forest. Footsteps crunched on brittle leaves. The embers of her thoughts drifted on the wind. Sorry.
So we thought my mom turns attractive? I mean, Pixar didn't have it. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, MILFs are a thing for a reason.
Yeah.
The nights were not this bad in the past, not when she was still alive.
She's literally like Alphys and Toriel mixed, bro. She's stacked. She's stacked.
Damn!
I'm so sorry. You should not be talking to me. I'm the worst person to be talking to about this type of shit. No!
Idly, she tongued her fangs. Once her heart beat, once the sun was not the bane of her life,
I'll write it out,
once the summers were not this bad. Alucard, her master, was never affected by anything. He wouldn't tell her how he did this. That would mean not being a gift, or not being a git for a short moment. GIT? Sweat ran down her back. She hated the feeling. More beads ran down her arms.
What are you reading again?
From the bad fan fiction.
Oh! I was like, what is going on? What are you reading?
Yeah, it's from the bad fan fiction book.
Oh my god. Which one's this about again?
Helsing.
Oh my god.
Ceres is the big titty policewoman.
Oh my god, yeah!
More beads ran down her arms.
I forgot
her sight blurred.
You got that.
Yeah, $40, totally worth it.
Still sad that she couldn't sign it, but it's maybe next year you can bring it back and get another copy of the newest one.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm going to buy from them every year from now on.
Milk, you said something about the mom. Oh, yeah. I was like, you were describing her. I was like, you said she's like Alpha Centauri mixed, and I'm like, she's stacked. And then I told you should stop talking to me because I'm the only person in this 3 of us that would actively be continuing to talk about this type of shit.
Everybody forgets I have the bad fan fiction book until I break it out.
Yeah, that's some shit you need to read when you're like drunk. How funny!
Oh,
can we
this
do
weekend?
That this
yeah,
weekend?
I'll bring it.
And we can all like read out loud parts. Just like the panel, it'd be so much fun.
Her uniform, a yellow blouse and miniskirt, was completely ruined. She quietly stumbled forward. The mission, the last remaining impulse in her mind. Singed thoughts asserted themselves. The ragged edges hurt her. Ceres leaned against a dying tree and breathed heavily. Her lungs burned. The agony wouldn't end until her mission did. And then it got worse. Page turn.
It's like reading smut on stream. Just really bad one.
I don't think you understand how fucking hilarious this was in person. Imagine a room full of people in cosplay, most of them, sitting down and listening to like 5 people
Where's the high school
read out loud this fan fiction, each with everyone having in their own parts. and just listening to that. It was so much fun. It is so much fun, and I'm really glad Beat and I both got talking parts. Yes. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
While we wait for this game to ready, who wants to hear from the first story in the book?
I'm down. I'm down for that.
First Trip to Honey Bee Inn, Final Fantasy VII, Sephiroth X Cloud, by all one word, Kim Time-Wolf.
Is it just basically words, or is this like illustration?
No, there's no illustrations. This is fan fiction.
Oh, perfect, perfect.
Sephiroth had taken the day off. No more monsters for the next 24 hours. He was done. He'd killed off a herd of Geige on Monday, a flock of ruby dragons on Tuesday, a pack of Bandersnatch on Wednesday, several flocks of Deanglow and Alamein on Thursday, and on Friday, he had taken down 3 Midgar Zolims that were harassing the area around the Chocobo farm. Today, he was just done. He'd left winter with Angele at Genesis's restaurant and wandered his way down to the newly rebuilt Sector 6 Wall Market. Now, however, it was the Wall Market of Kazas. The town had rebuilt itself from the rubble that was made of Midgar 5 or so years ago and taken up its old name again. A few of the oldest towns turned sectors had done so, while others simply became Neo-Midgar under Rufus Shinra's control, and the rest were part of Edge, protected by themselves and the hero of Gaia. The Silverette snorted at the thought. If only the people of Edge realized exactly who they had living among them. Me and other person are across map, so we'll see how this goes. 3 gens done, though. Okay, continuing on. He wandered the Wall Market for a while, looking in at the materia shop to see if the man had anything new. And arranging its Wall Market.
Wow.
And anything new, and arranging for some scrap metal from the gun shop to be sent to his own shop in Edge. Finally, he came upon the Honey Bee Inn, an ostentatious place that he'd never been able to enjoy before. But he did have a membership. A rather old one that Lazard had given him as a birthday gift one year. The green-eyed man didn't even know if the card would still work, or for that matter, how it had survived through everything in his life from the time he got it until now. But as
How was he able to set a trap before the fucking...
I'm telling you, man, I don't understand how Oni works in this. Oh, god damn it.
I'm so sorry, bro.
That's not your fault.
I hesitated because I thought there might have been a trap. That is the only reason I did.
Well, he's going after me, so I'm probably just out now. Yep. Fuck you, man. I swear to God, this game mode has nothing but, a lot of the time, tunnelers and just, like, go fuck yourself killers. But as it was, he was currently standing in line, short as it was, waiting to get into the exclusive Kink Inn. The girls in their bumblebee costumes, thick makeup, and strong perfume made him want to gag, but he choked it down and smiled benignly out of his white hooded trench coat.
I can't. Just the setup. This is the shit I would look up because that's the only thing I know about this game. Is that in? Oh, did you trap this shit?
Assume no, but also, like, probably yes.
I don't know jack shit except for that scene in, like, the cutscene because everyone's, like, freaking out that Cloud is cross-dressing.
Right.
What the hell?
That's all I really know about this. I'm sorry. Go on, dude.
Oh, my God.
His card was given... Oh, sorry.
No,
He's pulling his cock out! Sorry, that's the way you said it.
His card, not cock.
His card
was given some serious scrutiny considering it was so old but had never been used before. It and himself were given several double takes when their new computer database registered who it was who owned said card. He actually chuckled quietly to himself as he was whisked to a side room and forced to prove that he was in fact Sephiroth Crescent, bringer of doom, meteor, and, well, dead several times over by this point. He simply rolled his green cat-slit eyes and shrugged his elegant shoulders at their questions of how he was still alive. He didn't deny that he'd never died, as they seemed to be claiming, just simply explained that the goddess had cured him of his wrath and given him a second chance. They could do nothing but nod and let him in. After that, it wasn't as if he'd done anything wrong in the last several years, after all. He was finally shown into the main lobby, and a tingle went up his spine. His eyes flashed from side to side in quick bursts as he tried to pinpoint what was giving him that delicious feeling. He turned slowly, making a show out of looking the place over carefully, intent on picking the proper room for the remainder of his day of relaxation. When he spotted his target, a feral smile overtook his features, his green eyes narrowing in challenge and his lips twisting into a smirkish smile. He knew the person, knew them almost as well as his own skin. They were that connected. He chuckled again, a deep, sexy sound that had a few of the bumblebees around him fainting at it. But this the silver-haired demon did not notice. He was already moving his long legs in a purposeful and languid stride to the pretty girl with long blonde hair, light blue eyeshadow, and bubblegum pinkened lips who stood behind the main counter. "Hello, miss," he started with an evil grin. "Is there any way I could obtain your company for the evening?"
Oh my god!
Mako Blue Eyes looked up from the computer screen and glared at him, though the pleasant smile on the woman's face, it's in quotations, never faltered. In a breathy voice that was obviously much practiced, Cloud answered his hero turned nemesis turned friend. "Oh, I don't know about that, sir. I only work the front desk after all. I haven't been here very long." Cloud batted his thick, fake eyelashes and obtained a coy look on his chiseled face.
Thick, fake eyelashes.
"Oh, but I must insist. You are by far the prettiest thing here. I'm sure this lovely establishment wouldn't want to upset such a long-term member." His smile turned sly, and he winked at Cloud, who glared at him with his eyes again. Just as Cloud was about to rebuff him for the second time, the manager hurried over. "Is there a problem, Mr. Crescent?" His wheedling voice...
exactly the fanfic I'd read, knowing very little about the series.
Right. His wheedling voice scrapped across blonde and silver-covered ears alike. Sephiroth leaned against the counter in a relaxed pose that screamed, "I may seem calm, but trust me, I am not," and turned to the squat man before him. "I'm not really sure. I was simply asking this young woman if she might accompany me for the evening, but it seems she only works the front desk." He affected a pout that would instead of put, it's supposed to be put, that would butt all puppies to shame and melted any remaining bumblebees who were still standing in the area. Well, all of them except Cloud, who discreetly rolled his eyes. The manager's ruddy complexion worsened. Oh my, we can't have our customers unhappy. Miss Cloud, would you mind grabbing Miss Ruth and having her take over for you for the evening? His beady eyes fairly begged Cloud to comply. With an inward sigh that Sephiroth felt through their link, Cloud nodded his head. "Of course, sir." He left and returned shortly with his replacement, a red-headed lass with short hair and a busy bee mentality, for she ushered
bro,
Cloud
I could have gotten out if I just ran. I'm stupid. I knew better.
For she ushered Cloud out from behind the counter with quick flicks of her wrist like she were shooing a fly. Sephiroth chuckled at the scene. He really couldn't help it. When Cloud turned to glare up at him yet again, he simply smiled radiantly and bowed before him.
You keep getting scared anytime B gets mad. Don't get scared, bro. It's all bravado. It's like a dog.
I'm all bark,
real loudly,
I'm all bark, no bite.
But then you open like the blinds, and then suddenly it's like all gone. Both of them had their ghost face. I love it. God, I did jack all because I was running around.
Is that fucking Medusa?
I think it's like it's like a snake skin type thing.
Yes.
It's like seeing a cat in the dark.
When Cloud turned to glare up at him yet again, he simply smiled radiantly and bowed before him, a hand whooshing out to tell Cloud to precede him. The blonde simply rolled his eyes and walked to the center of the big round room as Sephiroth followed him. How long is this story? How much longer does it go on for? Oh, God, there's like 10 more. There's like 5 more pages of this. Double-sided. Yeah. I love reading from this book. It's so much fun. I just enjoy fan fiction in general, so this is really funny to read through and make fun of.
Mm-hmm.
So, have you decided which room you would like, Mr. Crescent? Cloud's breathy, feminine voice ghosted through Sephiroth as he asked the question, his irritation
clear. Do it more feminine, or else I won't believe you.
So, have you decided which room you would like, Mr. Crescent?
Thank you. My soul is healed.
I'm not really sure yet. Do you have any suggestions, Miss Cloud? Sephiroth moved closer to the blonde, going so far as to touch shoulders with him and drape a swath of his long
wish I knew
silver
the
hair
tags
over
on
Cloud's
this.
shoulder.
Oh, seriously, wish I knew the tags on this.
You
I don't
can
know
look
where they
it
got
up.
it. Oh, that's true. Oh, maybe I will. I gotta know the
First
tags.
trip to
you're
the
not gonna
Honeybee
finish it.
Inn by Kim Time-Wolf.
I will do it later.
He noted that Cloud smelled good. Not the cloying stuff the other girls were wearing, but more earthy, like Aerith's flowers. I do hope
Like a man.
I do hope that the title of Miss means you're single. Otherwise, I shall have to be quite sad. He smirked as Cloud shivering against him.
Every time I hear like the Miss, Ms, and Mrs. thing, I always think of Meet the Robinsons, where he's like, actually, it's Ms.
Right.
Remember that shit?
I think I do.
It's where he's like, doing the inventor. He's like trying to get into the invention thing. He finally gets in, and they're like, "Oh, are you Mr. or?" He's like, "Actually, it's Ms."